in '68, it was the first presidential election that I really saw up close. I would go to the campaign headquarters, and there were a bunch of people running for president. There was George Romney, the governor of Michigan. There was Richard Nixon, of course. On the Democratic side, it was Lyndon Johnson, the president who was not going to be denied a second term. There was no way this upstart senator from Minnesota, Eugene McCarthy, was going to beat him. But I had a lot of friends who always wore these McCarthy buttons. I mean, there were so many McCarthy buttons being worn around the country, and I grew up in the Bronx, which was not a conservative area, shall we say. I mean, it was a liberal Democratic area. My congressman at the time was James Scheuer, a liberal Democrat. So most of the people I knew, most of my reading, the people I grew up with, were liberals. I was not a liberal. I was not a conservative, but I loved politics. But one of my biggest memories I have a lot of memories of '68, but one is the president is talking to the nation on March 31st, 1968, and my family and I are sitting in front of this black and white TV. There was no color TV, but we were all watching Lyndon Johnson talking about the conduct of the war and what he plans to do. And I remember this so clearly, that right even before it happened, I said, "Oh my goodness, he's not running again." I just remember saying this, I remember blurting this out loud. And then he says, "I shall not seek, and I will not accept."
I shall not seek, and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.
So when he announced he wasn't going to run, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe this happened." I just remember just like gasping, because as a political junkie who at the age of 17 thought he knew a lot, realized I never saw this coming.